Ideation. Where do ideas come from? There's so many of us on this planet, on this earth, and we're all living our own unique lives. Each individual lives a life that is unique to them. No one will ever experience that life, particularly in the way that individual experienced their life, ever again. At least as far as we know. Maybe at some point in the future, we figure out how to simulate reality and every single possible, plausible outcome. However, if that happens, and until then, your life, my life, and the lives of everyone around you is different. Each person has their own perspective, their own sensory feelings, emotions, patterns of thinking, ways of being, things they've experienced that no other person has experienced in the order that they've experienced them. So what does this have to do with ideation? What does your life experience have to do with ideation? One of the most interesting elements about being alive is that there's so much chaos in so many different forms. We see structure and we build it, and perhaps that's our way of fighting against chaos. But no matter what, whether you drive your car down the road and have different interactions with other drivers, or you go to an institution like a school or a gym and you interact with different people, each day, even though there is structure to what you're doing, there is chaos within. There is no system that is structurally building every atom in such a way that it repeats its existence again and again and again. As far as we can tell or have experienced or seen, this doesn't happen. Everything is moving, bouncing, changing all around us, all the time. How valuable is an idea? Each person, including you and me, since we have all these different experiences, our ideas are different. We may have shared ideas from similar overlapping experiences that we've had, but fundamentally, each idea is unique. Each idea is as unique as an individual is to another individual. There could be this point where we may devalue our own thoughts, our own ideas, our own experiences, our own uniqueness that we bring to life. But this de-evaluation that we do to ourselves could not be further from the truth of what reality is. Your ideas matter so much more than you think they do. They have so much more impact than you think they do. Your ideas shape the discussion and shape the future of how everything in this story unfolds. The future of your life, the future lives of others, the future life of this planet and this universe. That sounds really grand, maybe a little bit silly. How could one idea shape the outcome of the universe? But think about great people who have done great things. They weren't always at the time great when they existed. We didn't know of their greatness sometimes until they had passed away and their work was left behind. That greatness wasn't always fully appreciated in the moments they existed, but it shaped the future. It shaped the future in a multitude of ways. From thinkers like Einstein to artists like Da Vinci. These people were great people. But at the time, they were also just people while they existed. They had specific interests that engaged them, that they pursued, that were important to them, and they explored them. And through that, ideas came to fruition. Ideas that spread across our entire species. It's easy to devalue ourselves and say, my ideas are not that important. The way I think is just the way I think. But your ideas are important, and they do matter more than you think they do. Each discussion you have with someone about communicating your thoughts, the way you've experienced the world, is a contribution to the global discussion about life, our existence, meaning, and everything we experience. Each person that passes away is also a deep loss for our species. Is a person whose uniqueness is now gone, who cannot be replicated, whose value they brought to the world in so many different ways is now missing. Their ideas, perspective, experience, all of it is still passed on through the now we live in and the future. However, it is still a great tragedy that they are no longer here. Because that experience, those ideas, those feelings, they contributed to what is now. The ripple effect of a stone thrown in water continues. The ocean may have an overwhelming amount of drops of water, but there is a specific number. This video relates to you in any way. If you find some solace in knowing that your experience, your feelings, your emotions, your ideas, all of it matters. I think that is perhaps the best possible outcome that could happen.